Hello everybody, it's Wyvern here playing Warhammer Total War. For those of you who don't know, Warhammer Total War is as of about a year ago, the latest installment in the Total War series of real-time and turn-based combined real-time turn-based strategy games. I've played these games before. I had my doubts about this game. I didn't like the other Total War games that much. And I had my doubts about this one until a friend really pushed me into it, and I've gotten completely hooked. I absolutely love this game. I think it's a boatload of fun. Definitely would recommend it to anybody watching. So here I am playing as Wurrzag on very hard. Wurrzag is the orc, the savage orc leader. He has a cool little list, a cool roster of savage orc units. They're pretty fun. He has some cool bonuses for him. He has lower upkeep and a huge charge bonus boost. He has plus 25 charge bonus, which on Savage Orcs, which are already decent charge bonus for infantry, is a massive boost. He also starts with a Gabo Shaman, which is not bad. And you can get up to tier 3 fairly quickly, and that will give you Savage Orc, big guns, and all those strong units. Plus you start with a Giant, which is fun. So basically here we go. On the flip side, everyone here hates you. So obviously I'm going to move out. I'm going to recruit Savage Orcs right off the bat. I'm going to deploy my Gabo and start building units, or start upgrading my Savage Orc camp. There's not much else you can do. There's no one to really negotiate with. Orcs don't trade, which makes them a fairly simple faction. They basically raid and pillage and occupy territory. That's not much else to say. This is a 7 stack on top of a 6 stack. Don't know what's in here. That's Gabos. I don't know what's in the garrison. Dragonhorn Mine. Got more Gabos. Ekrund, though. I'm gonna build a heap of shiny stuff. Gonna embed my guy there. They only got a it's a Gabo Shaman, so he's even worse than Wurrzag in melee. I'm just gonna go straight in. I can't auto resolve. It's not giving me favorable odds, so I'm actually gonna have to fight this battle. That's okay. It's a lot of goblin units, so the giant should do a lot of tear. That should absolutely break him that way. I shouldn't have too many problems. Plus Savage Orcs, even without the charge bonus from Wurrzag, are really strong. For their price especially. I'm gambling. 6 is really bad wins of magic. Can't get much worse. And it gets a little better. That's nice. Especially because I have 2 mages. Unfortunately, Wurrzag's starting spell, Gazamork, I've found is not particularly great. I'm not a fan of most magic missile spells, and I think that's a pretty lackluster one. So here we go. I'm going to set up. Gonna have my command squad here. Gonna spread them out a little bit to spread the. Actually, never mind. There's no encouragement. I forgot the Gabo Shaman doesn't actually do encouragement, so I'm just gonna deploy with Wurrzag. I'm just gonna put the giant in the middle of my army. And yeah, start battle. They're all over there. I'm going to do the orky thing to do and just charge straight across. There's not much fancy footwork to do here anyway. Yeah, just moving straight across. Unfortunately, effigy of the Gate, and that's a really strong ability, but it's got incredibly long cooldown. But it is nice because it lets you freeze an enemy unit in place. That means that you can more easily pick it off. One of the nice things about Savage Orcs is that they do have War Paint, which increases their physical resistance by a whole bunch. Actually, they have an even higher physical resistance than I thought. I thought it was 45%. Huh. It's even higher than I thought. Wurrzag, it might. Oh, it's Wurrzag with War Paint, I think. Oh, yeah, my board wizard getting shot up, which is unfortunate. I don't know. I think I didn't press. I didn't order all my units to attack, which is not good. But I'm ordering them to attack now. My giant's going ham. I'm just gonna go straight for the orcs. And I need to order my savage orcs to go in. I got Itchy Nuisance on the boss, so as you can see, the charge bonus absolutely decimates those guys. I'm gonna go in for the flank with the boar boys. My giant's getting a little tied down, getting a little bullied by these gobos. The gobos can't do much though. Oh, they should melt fairly quickly. Can just drop sneaky stabbing on these guys. Those guys are getting a little overwhelmed, so it's okay. Gonna drop sneaky stabbing. I almost got effigy of the get up. Gonna push in, gonna see if I can find their leader. He's all the way over there. As you can see, they're completely breaking already. This savage orcs are really strong, as I mentioned, and Wurrzags are even stronger. And stack that on top of the giant doing terror. And most of these enemies being goblins, and it's just ripe for disaster for the enemy. I'm going to drop effigy of the gate on the gobbo archers, so that way they can't flee. And that means that my boar boy can actually just crash into them and maul them horribly. More sneaky stabbing. I'm actually going to send these guys into melee against the goblin archers. Savage orcs, they do have frenzy, but or the savage orc archers have frenzy, but they honestly don't. They're not very accurate. They have the whole poor accuracy trait, which is just miserable. So I'm just going to push these guys into melee and against the goblin archers. It's a little bit like with skirmish cav. You want to be with skirm cav. You often want to go into melee against enemy archers. It's kind of the same spiel with Wurrzag. And as you can see, it's just over. And that's end battle, really. Can do some pursuing, but obviously this is a fight for a city, so they're going to lose everything. As you can see, yeah, the goblins just don't stand a chance against savage orcs, especially with that physical resistance. I do believe it's only 30% in quick match, but in here it's 45%. It might be a Wurrzag trait, not sure. I'm gonna loot and occupy. I'm not too worried about unrest. We're orcs. There's fighting. It's just a fact. And gonna get Root Marcher on Wurrzag. He's an okay fighter. Nothing amazing, but it's okay. And I can get even more orc boys and roll from there. Obviously, I want to get Stone Mine Tower under my control as quickly as I can, and Bitter Stone Mine. Obviously, happiness is tanking, and that's just a fact of life with orcs, especially early on in the game. Still can't get orc archers, so I might wait another turn. I won't really need that big of a garrison, or that big of a force to take Bitterstone. So I'm just gonna wait a turn. I do want to occupy the whole province first, though. Unfortunately, that'll bring me into conflict with the dwarves, I think. This should be an auto resolve. It is. They don't really have anything. Unfortunately, yeah, mishandles heroes a lot. So for whatever reason, my shaman took a whole bunch of damage. Loot and occupy again. Just get money. Money's good. And now I can start investing in. Well, I could get Spleen Ripper. I think I'll get Spleen Ripper actually. The little slight boost to getting armor piercing is nice, and the mobility is really good. Same with the HP. What do you lose something in there? Trying to figure out what I lose. Can't really tell. It's okay. Fear of the Prophet is a bit of a trap spell, or a bit of a trap talent, because magic attacks do a lot worse against dwarves, and that's what you're fighting most of the time. So that's not something I'm going to be going for now, and probably not ever. If I was fighting something else, maybe like undead with ethereals or something, maybe I'd be a little more sympathetic to that one, but definitely not going to be doing it the way it's set up right now. I can get... they have a recruiting, they have a muster fields here, but I'm focusing on savage orcs, so I'm going to scrap that immediately. Get some savage orc arrow boys. I have a decent amount of savage orcs here already, so yeah, just going to get a few more. There's a revolt, which is okay. Those are easy to mop up. Stone mine's already been taken by the orcs, which is unfortunate because I don't actually want to go to war with the orcs. So I'm probably going to go after the top knots instead. It sucks because I won't have control over this territory or this province in full, but this is another auto resolve. I'm gonna eat them. I don't want to lower my fightiness. If I can get a wall, that would be great. I'm actually gonna throw the shaman out and deploy him, then undo this so I can get cheaper. Unlike let's see, Gates of Mork. Unlike Grimgore, unfortunately Wurrzag just doesn't have that much income. He doesn't get that gold mine and Egrin that Grimgore gets, so it's a bit of a screw over. I'll get more savage orcs. I'm just gonna max out on savage orcs basically. Not much to negotiate here. I could try to confederate someone probably. I could try the top knots maybe, but they're not. Yeah, they're not gonna do much. Yeah, I'll do sneaky stabbing. Unfortunately, once Wurrzag starts getting his magic up, you don't really want to be putting his shaman into his army, because you don't really want to be competing over wins of magic. Gonna eat them. Get Durkid Swigs, which is not bad. I'm gonna go. Grunty Mingle is apparently still theirs. Power of the Wa. Could go for Foot of Gork. It's not a bad one. Irigo is really strong. Fist of Gork is okay. Maybe just Earthing is not bad. I'll just max out, get a last unit of Savage Orc. It's going to take a little while before I get my shaman back. I'm going to try to take Grunty Mingle. Fortunately, the unhappiness is a little high in Dragon or Egrin province. But, no. There's no point in taking peace. Especially because I could take Grunty Mingle in a turn. I do have a wall now, so I'm going to sick him on Galbaraz. And that's it, I think. Top knots are always a pain. I've found that they tend to declare war on you no matter who you, like whether you're greenskins or Wurrzag or the Bloody Hands. The top knots always seem, it's not a betrayal I guess, but they always seem to declare war on you, try to fight you. Ruby Ring isn't a bad one. It's not great, but it's definitely not bad. And I can keep leveling. I will eventually. I'm hoping to. Eventually, I'll have to get a decent spell there, but until I do want to get fortifications up as soon as I can. But I might go for an obedience building first. I think I will, because I don't want to be marching back just yet to deal with uprisings, and I don't want to put up a new army at this point. So I'm going to try to take top knots out as quickly as I can. That's a lot of money, but I do want to just kill them off. I don't know if they... Oh, nice. These are like pointless options. It's like there's no point in not taking such a deal. Grunty Mingle is face tanking happiness wise, but it's okay. I should have happiness building up in Bitterstone soon. I don't know why my wall AI does tend to waste his time besieging, and the wall has giants and trolls in there. Should be able to just storm Galbrax instantly. I will take non-aggro pact. I don't want him sacking my cities. I can always just backstab him later. Gorkazan's not fortified, which is nice. And the happiness did stabilize in Bitterstone and Ekrund. Fortunately, the Greenskins control Stone Mine. Unless I get to confederate them. And Dwarves are confederating like crazy. Holy. I'll try to get them to become a little more sympathetic there. I will. Dragonhorn improving and get a heap of shiny stuff. And I should have Gorkazan this turn. That's not even worth looting. Unfortunately, I might get a revolt out of this, or within a turn. But it should be okay. I hope. I will want Power of the Wall soon, but I'm gonna go for Irigo first. That's just such a strong spell. I think I'm going to recruit a new lord. Sanguine. That seems okay. I'll probably take that. Unfortunately, none of your other... You don't get reduced cost on any of your other bosses, so... I'm a little worried I'll lose Grunty Mingle if my wall doesn't storm Galbrax. Yeah, they're not storming Galbrax. That's not good, but I'm just gonna... It's okay. If there's a revolt, I'll deal. There might be a revolt in Grunty Mingle. I'm not actually sure where they're gonna spawn. Either way, it's gonna be a disaster for me because I won't be able to... Yeah, they spawn up there. I finally got Galbrax, but I needed a turn to go. I'll take a peace treaty. I don't want too many wars going on at once. And actually, they're not being too problematic. I guess I can just... Ekrund's not ready to level. Yeah, that's not gonna... There's no population surplus just yet. So yeah, I'm going to recruit some regiments of renown here. These are really bad regiments of renown, but this should mean I can just deny those guys if they try to fight me. And I'll set my wall on those guys. I just gave them a non-aggro pact, but forget it. I'm orcs. And I do want to fortify those areas. I also want to get aggro Mingdal. I do think, yeah, there's a new stack forming, but it's not too big. Greenskins are liking me more and more. I'm hoping to eventually get them to confederate. Otherwise, I'll have to war with them. Which is doable. It's just not as fun. We're not as nice. So my boss should wipe those guys out, I think. They weren't in a good spot. And I'm hoping to control aggro Migdal and wipe the top knot soon. That's a lot of money. I'm tempted to take that and then stomp him anyway. It's a a lot of money. I'm gonna have to... I'll take it, and then I'll stomp him next turn. Risk Wurrzag's Wrath, I don't really care about that. Problem with, like, I'm not too worried about being viewed as unreliable. Because I'm orcs. I don't really care about that stuff. I'll loot and occupy, why not? This stack over here is still getting bigger. I'll just, what do I do? Recruit. I'll just get my regiments of renown here. This is a cheap cop out. Otherwise, I'd have to put a bit more effort into it. But I'll just auto resolve and win. I'll eat them. Unfortunately, I'm a champion takes a beating, and let's AI mismanages heroes so badly. So I eat them, and good. So that's secured. Getting Confederation with Grimwar might be rough. We'll see. There's quite a bit of unhappiness over there. I'm going to drop all of these regiments of renown. They're not really worth maintaining. I'll embed this guy. That was a bit of a mistake. I should have actually embedded him after. Oh wait, did he not embed? That's it's probably because I already pulled him out once. So I'll get Root Marcher and income from raiding. Can't actually activate that, so I'll just keep leveling. I'm actually at war with those. Get with the. Can actually try to confederate them. They don't want to. So I'll send my wall at the dwarves. I don't actually want to start a war just yet with any of the greenskin tribes. Because I can't really defend my northern flank against all of this stuff. I'm also about to get a revolt, so this way my wall will start moving north. And yeah, Foot of Gork is nice. I'm gonna end turn here. Oh, I can issue a commandment. Forgot about that. Camp Ruckus, solid choice every time. And they're gonna end turn. And I think this might be it for this episode. I'll can pick up hopefully soon and continue with this. I just got okay, nice, got a quest there. Definitely can't complain. Next turn we'll probably be stomping some revolutionaries. How long is this? Turns 3. All right, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, leave a like or a comment or subscribe down below. Obviously, this was my first video, so if you have any comments or critiques or criticism, anything constructive or any information you'd like to give me, or what I could improve, what I could do better, feel free to tell me. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd like to hear how I can improve. I'd like to know what I can do better to further this channel. As I said, thanks for watching, and Wyvern out.